As an apparel decorator, you're the expert on the best way to decorate an apparel job for your client. What does the best way mean? We think it means the most profitable way with the highest possible quality and the fastest delivery that you can give. Now, direct-to-film transfers are solving a lot of challenges for you and your business. There's been quite the rise and quite the adoption in our new UltraColor Max transfers because they solve a lot of pain points and enable you to print more garments than ever before. But there's more than one way to heat press a shirt. And in this video, I want to explain to you authentic screen printed transfers. I'm talking about real Plastisol ink, which is quite different than direct-to-film transfers that you might be familiar with. And there's a lot of advantages to both. So when we talk about authentic screen printing ink, the real Plastisol ink, what you need to know is it just feels great on the shirt. We're matching the finish that professional screen printers can give with just a heat press, and I'm going to prove it to you. Not only does it have the real ink feel, but it also solves a speed challenge for you and your business. You can get these transfers delivered fast, and you can apply them quickly and accurately with your heat press. Now I want to run a 24-piece job for you to demonstrate how quick it can be to decorate with these Plastisol transfers. The Plastisol transfer I'm going to recommend to you is from Stahls Transfer Express, and the ink formula is called Goof Proof. It presses at 365 degrees for just 4 seconds, and 1 and 2 color designs ship the next business day from when you order them, making it fast and easy to decorate with. Let's head over to our Hotronix Fusion heat press and show you exactly how this real, authentic screen printed transfer works. We'll start by swinging away our heat press to get to the loading zone, and let's load one of our t-shirts onto the press. I like to split and thread it on to ensure a nice flat surface. It also helps me load my garment straight, and then I conduct a preheat. Now the preheat is a necessary step. It helps remove the moisture and wrinkles from the garment to prepare it to receive the transfer. And so 3 to 5 seconds for a preheat. Again, I'm set at just 365 degrees, and I have my box of transfers. Let's go ahead and pull those out so the next garments become easier to decorate and set my station up for success. And so we'll take the stack of transfers, we'll lay them so they're easily accessible. And let's go ahead and move my shirts because I want to place my finished shirts here. Move my shirts up a little bit. Make sure they're easy to grab. And now let's decorate the first one together. So I'll grab my Goof Proof screen printed transfer, real Plastisol ink, all comes screen printed in a single layer here. And I'm just going to flip my transfer over, position it into place on my heat press, and then heat apply. Goof Proof applies fast and easy. It's also a hot peel application. So I can grab the corner, I can release it back right away, and just like that, I discard the backing paper, and I have a completed result. And so again, we're going to grab the next shirt, and we're going to run through this 24-piece job and show you how quick and easy it is. So split and thread. Make sure the shirt's on straight. That preheat will also get rid of any wrinkles that are in the garment from shipping. While it's preheating, I'm grabbing my next transfer. You can see the steam coming off of the garment. That's the moisture releasing. Position it into place. And heat apply. With the 4-second application, there's not much downtime. And so as an operator doing a job with Goof Proof screen printed transfers, you can stay right at the heat press. It's very efficient for one operator to keep up with one heat press in this instance. The Hotronix presses are great when you're doing production jobs like this, so you can be fast and efficient. We don't have to wait at all for the heat press to catch back up because it doesn't lose temperature in between applications. Some of the less expensive presses on the market do lose temperature between applications. So the Hotronix is built for production grade jobs, and so you're not going to lose any of that. And this is a hot peel every time. So no waiting around. You'll notice I'm not doing any second application on these. It's single step. And so there's really not a faster way out there in the market that I know of to decorate with transfers. Goof-proof transfers are the fastest. And when we talk about the real ink feel, these transfers just feel great. I know we're doing quite a large design here, so we're using the jumbo sheet that's available from Goof-proof, which is the oversized sheet. So there's a couple different sheet sizes that you can pick from that best match your graphic size. Or what's really neat about this product is you're just paying for the sheet. So if you didn't have such a large print, you could gang up extra print placements, tagless labels, even designs for another job onto the same sheet, as long as it uses the same screen printing ink color. Okay? In this case, we're using the authentic screen printing ink, and there are, gosh, about over 70 colors to choose from. And so when you get started with Transfer Express, if you haven't used these screen printed transfers before, you can set up an account over at transferexpress.com, and it's absolutely free to set up an account. And as soon as you set up the account, you're going to get a sample pack with all different kinds of transfers in there, and that's going to come to you as well for free. And I'm going to encourage you to find the Goof-proof transfer in that sample set and start with that. And so again, there is more than one way to make a heat transfer. I mentioned way up front in the video the Ultra Color Max transfers. Those are our direct-to-film transfers, also sold and available from Transfer Express, and there's samples in that same sample pack. And so you should definitely use those in your business. But what I'm seeing is a lot of decorators are using direct-to-film transfers when they could easily be using these screen printed transfers and saving themselves money, especially on larger designs and on designs that have only one or two color in them. And I think you'll also find that you're going to save yourself time and deliver your customer a higher quality product when we're decorating, especially full front on 100% cotton or blends like we're seeing on this job. Now, you also need to compare screen printed transfers, and that's why I wanted to run this in real time for you so you see how long it takes to do an actual 24-piece job. And we're going to talk about how much it costs to make at the end after we're complete with the job. But I wanted you to compare this to direct screen printing, right? So some of you that may do direct screen printing in your business or are considering direct screen printing. Now we can talk about the space, the learning curve, the overhead, all those things, but just thinking about it, if you already have it for this 24-piece job, you don't have to worry about all the setup that goes into it. Keep that screen printing press free for your larger jobs and use your heat press and screen printed transfers for smaller runs. Another benefit is when you order your transfers, buy a few extra, right? And so if you oversell or somebody comes back and they want one more, it's good just to inventory these transfers, be able to grab them and press to be able to do one. And something else I want to call out is as we're preheating this garment, you're going to see moisture leave the garment, and so the garment is not discoloring, it's 100% cotton, right? What you're seeing is just moisture releasing from the garment, and once moisture returns to it, probably in about a half hour or so after the job is completed, that'll come back to the same color as the rest of the garment. So again, this heat press is so accurate. It's triggering from the control board to reheat after every shirt, even on this heavier weight t-shirt. We're not dropping any temperature, and I can have complete confidence that what it says on the Fusion IQ control board is what it actually is achieving onto the print surface. This is our Hotronix Fusion heat press. If you want to see another heat press in action, over on the Transfer Express YouTube channel, which we'll link down in the description, Dave Connor from our team did a complimentary job to this, which was a 2-color screen printed transfer onto hoodies, and in his video he used the Hotronix AutoClam, which is another great choice in heat press investments. I think whether it's a Fusion or AutoClam, you get the Hotronix quality and warranty and you can't go wrong. So just another choice for your business. I like the heat-free workspace of the Fusion. I like the auto-open feature of the AutoClam. And so I say if you want them both and you're going to do a lot of heat pressing, and you may be based on what you're doing today or picking up that you can do in this video, look at the Hotronix Air Fusion. It's going to give you the best of both worlds. It's an air-operated press, which means I'm going to be able to hit 2 buttons to lock it down. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier on the operator if you have somebody that's running the machine all day, especially if you're a shop manager or a business owner. Think about your employees that are running the press. Employees that are operating air presses tend to stick around longer because it's a lot more comfortable over the course of a 7 or 8 hour work shift rather than just running the press. And so they tend to be more efficient, especially at the end of the shift, and you tend to retain that talent a little longer, which is what we want to do in the business so we're not having that turnover. So again, this is a very comfortable pace. I haven't even timed myself, but I'm guessing I'm completing a garment for sure in under a minute, probably much closer to 30 seconds. But we'll get the time stamp for the whole job at the end of the video. Because when we hear that press beeping at the end of the application, we know we're making money. What I would encourage you to do as you're watching this is give a little like on this video if you like seeing jobs, real jobs completed in real time. And then also, if you have any questions about what you're seeing that we can help you out with, make sure you ask that question in the comments. We love getting the questions. We respond to all of the questions. And so if you have questions, the YouTube channel is a perfect place to ask that question and get your answer, especially if it's related to this video or certainly anything that you want to know about from a heat press decoration standpoint. We're here to help. All right, looks like we got maybe another half a dozen shirts to complete in this 24-piece job. If you pay attention, and you'll see another video coming out here on the ideal heat press setup and layout. It's a video I've been wanting to do, but I've kind of set this out in a good way to not have to move much as a heat press operator. So you can see I have my press right in front of me. I have a garbage can that's large enough with the lid off right beside me. I have a place close to the press to lay out my shirt. I really don't need to step far to grab my blank shirt to be able to access it. So cleanliness, table space, these are key things to not only make you efficient, but make it more enjoyable to work while you're heat pressing. So the press is locked down. I have my transfers positioned at a good height for me to be able to grab them. And then again, trying to have my heat press at a nice operable height to where I'm not having to bend over all day. At the end of the day, my back's hurting, okay? Back to the air press, you can operate that air press a little higher because there are no handles to reach. You just have to hit the 2 buttons. So when I'm running an air press, I'm actually running that press at chest height, which means I don't have to lean over at all. So it's very easy on your back as well, very ergonomical. And notice we put the swing handles on this Fusion machine so you don't have to ever touch the heater. There's a knob there to be able to swing it away, to grab it, to return back. It's a nice large 16 by 20 layout space. I grab the handle with my left hand, the knob, to kind of position into place so it's not moving. So there's a definite technique to getting used to operating any heat press. I know people that own the Fusion typically love it. People that own the autoclam typically love it. I think it's whatever you commit to and get used to. But I'll tell you, if you're getting serious about your heat press business, really consider an air press. Because you're going to find with screen printed transfers, it's going to open the door to larger jobs that you wouldn't otherwise be able to compete on price on, say, a direct-to-film transfer, because a screen printed transfer is screen printed, okay? Which means we save money as quantity goes up. So it's going to be less expensive to buy, let's say, 144 screen printed transfers versus the 24, 25 that I bought for this job. And we'll break that down for you here in a moment. Something else important to note is we're really not varying, we are not varying the size of the design for the shirt. And so think about that. How can I group and have a design size that's going to fit nice across all shirt sizes that I want to sell in the job? You may find yourself needing an adult size design and a youth size design, but really with a screen printed transfer, we want to start getting into dozens of shirts, not single pieces, for it to be cost effective. You look at the price points around like 6 pieces of a screen printed transfers. You can do it. Tends to be a little expensive. So I love looking at screen printed transfers once I start to hit around a couple dozen pieces like this job. And that's really where I'm going to save money and be able to make money and maximize my time. All right, we're getting close to the end. Thanks for sticking with me on the video if you're watching this far. Got a few more left. All right, down to our last 2. Again, just to remind you, the transfer style is called goof proof. It presses down at 365 degrees for just 4 seconds for a single color design. Now on a 2-color design or a multicolor design, 2-3 color, we need to press it for 10 seconds. So still really fast, but on multicolor, the ink kind of layers up a bit, so still feels great, but just needs a little bit more time at that same temperature to make sure we can get a nice, clean, and easy release like you've seen on every single print in this job. It's been able to apply hot peel with consistency, and that's because of the quality, not only of the transfer itself, but also of the heat press. Makes it fast and easy to heat press accurately with real, authentic screen printing ink, and that's what we want to accomplish. So let's take a close-up look at our results and have a conversation around how much this costs and how much money we can make. So now that you understand a little bit about how quick and easy it is to decorate with these screen printed transfers, let's talk about how much they cost and how much money you can make. For a job like this, we're securing this transfer on the 12.5 by 17.5 inch jumbo sheet for less than $4 per print. Now, if you were to do, let's say, a 144 piece run in a job like this, that cost is going to go down and it's going to be less than $1.75 per print. And so as you get the idea, as quantity goes up, cost goes down, and you're able to decorate profitably once you start looking at the couple dozen pieces like we've done here. Now you're going to be able to command a screen print-like price for this even at these lower quantity runs because of this premium finish, the real ink that we're using. As you can see here, it blends right into the garment, and you barely can't feel it at all. Actually, we've done videos where we've compared this side by side with direct screen printing, and either you can't tell the difference or somebody prefers this finish because it is a little bit softer than what most screen printers are achieving with these traditional Plastisol.